best choice. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is Midday Mate with Kimberly Ann. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. When we think of a villain in movies, the image is usually very clear. A character who stirs up chaos, someone who disrupts harmony, or the person everyone dreads encountering. But in real life, villains don't always wear dark capes or have ominous soundtracks following them. Sometimes they show up in the workplace. They might be the coworker who constantly takes credit for others' ideas, the manager who rules through fear, or the colleague whose negativity spreads like wildfire. Today, we'll explore these so-called office villains, who they are, why they behave the way they do, and how we can deal with them while still keeping our professional balance. It's August 19th, 2025, Tuesday, and this is Midday Mate. Let's get started.
My baby calls, but she never gets a hold of me. She's out the door while I'm sleeping into 3. But I never wanna let you go, never wanna let you go, never gonna let you go. Why you rushing out the door, baby, where you gotta go? Won't you stay a little more? Take what you want, take what you need. Told her I don't need nothing, you're all I need. I'm on another wave, a smile upon your face. Yeah, that's my baby, that's my lover, that's my one and that's my only, that's my. When I'm feeling lonely, when you get up on me, I'm at my safest, irreplaceable. You on now my Saturdays, turn to Saturdays when you're not around me. My baby calls, but she never gets a hold of me. She's out the door while I'm sleeping next to 3. But I never wanna let you go, never wanna let you go, never gonna let you go. Why you rushing out the door, baby, where you gotta go? Won't you stay a little more? Don't call me every minute. Annoying, that made me think that you've been thinking I ain't being loyal. Just being honest, baby. Who gon' love you like this? She got my soul and all she wanted was a hug and a kiss. Now don't be turning nothing into that wasn't. Say if you really trust me, there wouldn't be no discussions. I know you like to dance around the focal point. I thought you knew me, so let me know if you think you don't. My baby calls, but she never gets a hold of me. She's out the door while I'm sleeping next to 3. But I never wanna let you go, never wanna let you go, never gonna let you go. Why you rushing out the door, baby, where you gotta go? Won't you stay a little more? Now all my ladies, in all my dogs, just clap our hands like we don't give up at all. And our fellas, get off the wall, go get your girl and shake that thing until you fall. Shake it, shake it, shake it off. Shake it, shake it, shake it. But I never wanna let you go, never wanna let you go, never gonna let you go. Let you go. My baby calls, but she never gets a hold of me. She's out the door while I'm sleeping next to 3. But I never wanna let you go, never wanna let you go, never gonna let you go. Why you rushing out the door, baby, where you gotta go? Won't you stay a little more?
And welcome back, everyone. That was a Let You Go by Peachtree Rascals. It is such a bright and breezy track, all about moving forward and letting go of what holds you back. And speaking of things we sometimes wish we could let go of, how about those tricky personalities at work? Every office seems to have at least one, right? The constant complainer, the credit taker, or the person who never seems to read the group email. So today, as we mentioned in our opening, we're diving into the world of so-called office villains. Not in a comic book sense, but those everyday coworkers who can make the workplace a little more dramatic than it needs to be. We'll talk about why they show up, how to handle them, and maybe even recognize a little bit of those tendencies in ourselves. So hello everyone. I am back and we are live in the studio in Busan this Tuesday afternoon. Welcome to Midday Mate. You're listening to us on BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Kijang, Cheongwon, and Noksan areas. And I am your host, Kimberly. Hello everyone. I am so sorry for missing the show yesterday. I was on a little mini vacation, so I hope you had fun with Jordan yesterday. But I am back. No worries. I'm so happy to be back in the studio. You know what? Even though I was on vacation, it was so hot outside and I couldn't do it. I was like sweating the whole time I was outside. I was like, oh, I wish I was in the studio with all my mates. Well, I'm glad to be here and I'm glad to see everyone back. So let's see what's coming up on the show today for this wonderful Tuesday. In hour number 1, as you already know, we have Listomania, a daily topic adventure with a list of things to keep you entertained. And today we're going to be talking about office villains. So how many of you out there have an office villain? So when I say that word, do you automatically think of someone and you're like, oh, that person, I don't like working with that person. So today we're going to be talking about who they are and why do they matter for these office villains. And hopefully we can maybe learn some tips on how to deal with them and be cordial. After Listomania, we'll have The Real Charm of Busan, a journey through Busan's hidden gems, revealing the charms that everyone knows, but only a few have fully discovered. And my mate Jimmy will be in the studio for that. Later on in hour number 2, we'll have today's quote, a moment to pause during your busy day to reflect on a thought-provoking quote to soothe your mind. And after that, we'll have Bitesized Banter, a daily dose of lighthearted chatter on a new topic every day with Andrew. And I saw that yesterday you guys were able to get Andrew live in the studio. I hope you guys really enjoyed that. It was good to see him on the screen. You know, I monitored after the show also. So that was fun, but it will be pre-recorded as always. After Bite-Sized Banter, we'll have Don't Make a Scene, where we learn real-life English expressions through movies and drama scenes. And then, since today is Tuesday, we'll have our segment of Love is a Science, where we explore the dynamics of relationships through data, uncovering the science behind love. One of my favorite also segments of the week. And now our question of the day and text topic. It is, have you ever seen an office villain at work? So some of you who may be working by yourselves, because I know I only work by myself, actually besides BEFM, my work after BEFM, I work by myself, so I don't have an office villain per se. But if you work with a lot of other people, do you have an office villain at work? Describe them for me. But don't tell me their names. Obviously, we don't want to know their names. That's their privacy. Just tell me about them. What makes them an office villain? What do they do that, irks you a little bit? And let me know. So, in Korean, that is, 요즘 회사에서 빌런을 본 적이 있나요? 이름 말고 특징만 알려주세요. So, what do they do? So, for example, there may be a coworker who always interrupts you at your, company meeting, right? Say that you're saying something and all of a sudden say, oh, no, Kimberly, that's wrong. Actually, we want to do it this way. Or someone who always takes the credit of someone else's work. Say that I really prepared really hard for this PowerPoint and for this meeting, but then they say, oh, 네, 제가 했습니다. I did that. Oh, no. Or even worse, maybe someone who likes to spread rumors at work. Oh, that is so toxic. We don't want people like that, right? Go ahead and send in your answers again. The question is, have you ever seen an office villain at work? Go ahead and describe them without telling me their name. You can text in pound 9050 or shop 9050. That will cost you 101. Or reach us through KakaoTalk. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 and add us as a friend and send in your messages. Or we also do have our smartphone app. So open your phone, go to your app store, look up BEFM or 부산영어방송 영어방송. Look at our app, download it, and listen to our programs there. And let's see who is in our chat on our YouTube live stream. We have Benny Neem, hello, saying hello and welcome back, Kimbo. Yes, thank you. I'm so glad to be back. And Manakdoyaga Neem saying hello. I did have a nice vacation. Thank you for asking. And I was so touched. I read your message during the song break saying 많이 보고 싶었어요. 저도 많이 보고 싶었어요, 만학도영어님. And we also have Millie Christmas in there. Have good afternoon, Kimberly. Did you have a good long weekend? I did. It was very restful. But again, I'm never going to go outside ever again. It's too hot out there still. But yes, thank you for all coming into the show. I'm so excited to see what we have for today's show. So stay tuned. And with that, let's take a song break, everyone. Here is Beautiful Lie by Lily Moore.
We get what we wanted, we take it for granted. The second it starts to go our way, it's harder to see it the further you dive in. No matter how hard you try, my head says no chance, but my body's trying to dance for you like I used to do. Keep my secrets, got no room for regrets, no need for a misty-eyed goodbye. I'll keep the heartache, the last thing that you gave, the part of us that never dies. My head says no chance, but my body's trying to dance for you like I used to do. My best laid plans, I just wanted us to last. Guess I'll never understand why you let go of my heart. What a beautiful lie you told, what a wonderful dream you sold. Now all I can do is watch it fall to the ground. All I do is keep clinging on, tell myself that I should have known. What a perfect was it? Beautiful lie you told, beautiful lie you told, beautiful lie you told, beautiful lie you told. My best laid plans, I just wanted us to last. Tried to understand as you let go of my hand. What a beautiful lie you told, what a wonderful dream you sold. Now all I can do is watch it fall to the ground. All I do is keep clinging on, tell myself that I should have known. What a perfect, was it worth it? Beautiful lie you told, beautiful lie you told, beautiful lie you told, beautiful lie you told.
And you just listened to Beautiful Lie by Lily Moore. And now it's time for Listomania. And today we're going to be talking about office villains, who they are and why do they matter. So first, let's start off with by asking, who exactly are these office villains? The survey found that 80% 0.6% of workers reported having at least one in their company. And many could even describe them in detail. So let's look at some common ones, okay? So the first one is the credit stealer. Someone who claims other people's work as their own. Nothing demoralizes a team faster than seeing their effort stolen, right? So have you ever had this happen to you where you're at work, you have this great idea, and then all of a sudden they say it was their idea and they took the credit for it? The second one is the gossip spreader. Constantly spreading rumors, creating unnecessary drama in the workplace, and damaging trust among colleagues. Why do we have that? We are adults. Why are we gossiping, right? Gossiping means to talk about others behind their back, and we don't want that in the workplace. That's just so toxic, right? Let's be professional, everyone. Or at 3, we have the loud distractor. Whether they're talking loudly on the phone or interrupting during meetings, they make it hard for others to focus on their work. So maybe there's someone in your office just always super loud, super obnoxious, always talking in their outside voice. But really, they should be talking in their inside voices. Or up at number 4, we have the micromanager. Usually a boss or a manager checking every tiny detail, right? Leaving no room for creativity or autonomy. They just always check. They're like, oh, can you change the font in this paper? Oh, that is super micromanaging. Or number 5, the slacker. Avoiding responsibilities while others pick up the slack, right? Which can lead to resentment. So say that they are not doing their work. They should be doing it, but they just don't do it. And they could be like number 1 and they take the credit even though they're not doing any work. So these characters may sound like stereotypes, but most people listening today have probably worked with at least one of them. What's interesting is that many of these behaviors are not technically against company rules. Just because you have this personality doesn't mean you can get fired. Being talkative or checking details, that's not illegal. But the problem is how it affects relationships and the morale at work, the 분위기 at work. So now let's ask a deeper question. Why do office villains exist in almost every workplace? Experts point to several factors. 1, personality differences. Some people simply lack empathy or awareness of how their actions affect others. They just don't know. We just have a different personality. The second one is workplace stress. So high pressure environments can amplify negative behaviors. For example, a boss under pressure may micromanage even more because their boss, the boss's boss, is even stressed out. They're telling them what to do, and then that boss tells others what to do. Or maybe it's the company culture. If a company rewards only results and ignores teamwork, credit stealers or slackers can definitely thrive in that workplace and, they can go under the radar. Or the last one is power dynamics. Office villains often exploit hierarchy, using authority to control or even silence others. Interestingly, the survey also found that many workers don't directly confront the villain. We don't tell them upfront saying, hey, stop doing that. Instead, they cope silently. We just keep it inside of ourselves by either avoiding the person or maybe venting to a different colleague about that office villain. This avoidance strategy may reduce immediate conflict, but in the long run, it can create a toxic culture where negative behaviors go unchallenged. It'll just continue on and on and on and on. What's more is that people often hesitate to speak up because they fear retaliation, being labeled as difficult or damaging their career prospects. So again, villains continue their behavior unchecked. So, let's talk about some solutions, right? We can't just complain all the time and all day about these office villains. What can we do about them? How can workers deal with office villains without escalating the conflict? Experts suggest a few strategies. First one is to set clear boundaries. Politely, but firmly, say no when necessary. For example, hey, I appreciate your input, but I like to finish my point first. So basically meaning don't interrupt me. The second is document behaviors. Keep records if someone repeatedly steals credit or acts unprofessionally. This can help informal action is needed later on in the line. That may be a little bit scary, but always having a document of it is good. Third, seek allies, seek some friends. Often, you're not the only one affected. These office villains are not just targeting one person in the office. They are doing it to everyone. So finding colleagues who share your concerns can give strength and support. But this does not mean to start your own, gossip just and leaving that person out. Finding a solution about it is what we should do. 4, use humor or deflection. Sometimes light responses can diffuse tension without direct confrontation. So instead of going straight at them, be like, just make a joke out of it, kind of nudging them that you were uncomfortable so that they can also get the picture. And 5, escalate carefully. If the behavior is serious and severe, what else can you do? Report it to HR, to your human resources or supervisor. But you're probably going to need some evidence because then it's just going to be hearsay. He said that, she said that. No one's going to believe you. It's also important for companies to create a culture that discourages villain-like behavior. That means rewarding collaboration, training managers to recognize toxic patterns, and offering safe channels for employees to raise concerns. Because, at the end of the day, office villains may never disappear completely, but with awareness, communication, and support, their influence can definitely be reduced. And workplaces can become not just a place that's a bit more productive, but healthier and happier too, right? All of us, we may not want to go to work already as it is because, I'd rather, lay in bed all day watching TV shows. But if we were to have an office villain at work, it also makes going to work even 10 times or maybe 100-fold worse. So let's try to find some solutions on how to deal with our office villain and maybe make them into an office friend instead. So that was our Listomania for today, everyone. And with that, let's take a quick song break. Here is Rise and Fall by Craig David featuring Sting.
Sometimes in life you feel the fight is over, and it seems as though the writing's on the wall. Superstar, you finally made it, but once your picture becomes tainted, it's what they call the rise and fall. Sometimes in life you feel the fight is over, and it seems as though the writing's on the wall. Superstar, you finally made it, but once your picture becomes tainted, it's what they call the rise and fall. I always said that I was gonna make it, now it's plain for everyone to see. But this game I'm in don't take no prisoners, just casualties. I know that everything is gonna change, even the friends I knew before me go. But this dream is the life I've been searching for. Started believing that I was the greatest, my life was never gonna be the same. Cause with the money came a different status, that's when things changed. Now I'm too concerned with all the things I own, blinded by all the pretty girls I see. I'm beginning to lose my integrity. Sometimes in life you feel the fight is over, and it seems as though the writing's on the wall. Superstar, you finally made it, but once your picture becomes tainted, it's what they call the rise and fall. I never used to be a troublemaker, now I don't even wanna please the fans. No autographs, no interviews, no pictures, endless demands. Gave in the vices that were clearly wrong, the types that seem to make me feel so right. But some things you may find can take over your life. Burn all my bridges, now I've run out of places, and there's nowhere left for me to turn. Been caught in compromising situations I should have learned from all those times I didn't walk away when I knew that it was best to go. Is it too late to show you the shape of my heart?
Sometimes in life you feel the fight is over, over. And it seems as though the writing's on
the writing's on.
Superstar, you finally made it. Once your picture becomes tainted, it's what they call the rise and fall. Now I know I made mistakes. Think I don't care, but you don't realize what this means to me. So let me have just one more chance. I'm not the man I used to be. Sometimes in life you feel the fight is over, and it seems as though the writing's on.
Oh yeah, that's what they call the rise and fall.
Sometimes in life you feel the fight is over.
You know,
When it seems as though the writing's on the wall. Superstar, you finally made it. Once your picture becomes tainted, it's what they call the rise and fall. And find out who they are. No. Once your picture becomes tainted, it's what they call the rise and fall.
And welcome back, everyone. You just listened to Rise and Fall by Craig David featuring Sting. And I'm your host, Kimberly, and you're listening to Midday Mate. And now for our question of the day and text topic, it is, have you ever seen an office villain at work? Describe them without telling me their names. 요즘 회사에서 빌런을 본 적이 있나요? 이름 말고 특징만 알려주세요. So I have a few answers here, and I'm so sad that we have office villains and people are answering it, right? I wish everyone didn't have an office villain at work, but it is what it is. Benny Name saying office villains will be like he wants money. So they're kind of like just money hungry, right? So they'll just do whatever in order to get the money. Jay Lim Neem, hello, saying if you think there are no office villains in your office, you are the one. You are the office villain. Jalen also continued to say, a person who takes my achievements. That's not good, right? The person who takes the credit for the things that we are doing. That's not good at all. We also have another answer here from Melly Neem saying, back when I had a part-time job at a cafe, the boss would gossip about all the employees. He would nitpick even the smallest things like their appearance or habits. It was really draining to listen to. Oh, I bet. You know, office villains are not just the ones who are targeting us, right? But they target others and then they tell us about it. I was like, I don't want to listen to that. I don't want to listen to that negativity. Please take it away. We also have another answer here from Manakdo Youngnim. As someone timid like me, I think I just choose to quit the job. Oh no, for an office villain. And she also says, it wasn't a long time, but luckily during my time at the company, there were no villains. That's good then. Hopefully that was nice. And, you know, for me too, an office villain, I definitely had one. I think it was more so the complainer, right? Always complaining about this or that. It was very difficult to listen to all the time. It just drained my work and my energy. We have another answer here from Chae Sung-nim saying, hello, I think one of my friends is kind of the talking and jealous as a villain. Oh no. Thank you for all of your answers, everyone. So hopefully you learned a thing or two from our Listomania. We can now see what type of office villains there are and what to do to try to, stop them. So thank you again. If you are now listening and tuning in for the first time, our question of the day is, have you ever seen an office villain at work? Go ahead and describe them for me, but don't tell me their names. Go ahead and send in your answers by texting in pound 9050 or shout 9050. That'll cost you 101. Or reach us through Kakao Talk. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. Add us as a friend and send in your message. Or we also do have our smartphone app, so go to your app store, look up the same thing, download our app, and listen to our programs there. And now, look at the time. It is time for our Tuesday segment. And now, everyone, it is time for the real charm of Busan with Jimmy.
Yay, Jimmy in the building.
Jimmy in the building. How are you doing today?
Doing good.
Good. I saw you snickering and laughing when we're talking about office villains.
So can I? It's Kimberly. Just kidding.
I'm the office villain?
No,
Oh,
not at
no.
all. Not at all. No, you're just like, do not say out the name out
yeah.
loud. So I'm like,
We don't-
Kimberly.
Yeah, we
kidding.
don't want to say their names.
Yeah, I'm just
Put
kidding.
their shade. Do you have an office villain by any chance? Or did you ever have to deal with one?
I am the one.
You are the one.
No, like honestly, I just think of them as like mentally ill.
Oh, no.
From my perspective. So I don't really see them as a villain. I just kind of see them as like more of a patient.
A
So I just
patient.
try to, treat them nicely or, not try to not, be around them at all.
That's a good perspective, though.
Yeah, honestly.
So not to look at them as a villain, but to, kind of pity them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feel bad for them.
Yeah, but once they start a war, I'm gonna go all the way,
무서워. 아유, 무서워요.
Yeah,
Well,
so they don't even start.
Good. I think you'd be a good person to hold your ground against them.
For sure.
I'm totally not. I'm super passive aggressive.
Really?
I'd be super nice to them, but 완전 I'm just kidding. I'm super nice.
Right.
So everyone, it is time for the real charm of Busan, where Jimmy takes us to the real charm and wonders around Busan. So today, of course, you always take us to some place new.
Yeah.
Where are we going to discover today?
Today we're gonna hang out in Bukgu and Kumjeonggu area. We're gonna first take you guys to Kumjeong Mountain.
Kumjeong Mountain.
Yeah.
And does Kumjeong mean positive? Positivity?
That's Kumjeong. This is Kumjeong. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I think Kumjeongsan actually crosses over two different cities,
Oh.
Busan and Yangsan.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean it's from Kumjeonggu. It's really easy to approach to Yangsan as well. So I guess many people actually love to go to Kumjeongsan for a hike and many other reasons.
Wow.
It's actually just to give you guys some of this information. It's the highest mountain in Busan.
Wow.
About 800 meters above the sea level. But what it makes it really special is not just the size, but it has the history and culture behind it. So that's why whenever I go to these festivities and for interview in Kumjeongsan, there is like a Kumjeongsansong. Like a old castle and stuff. So they actually do have a lot of historical events going on there.
Wow, this picture is beautiful.
It is.
Everyone on our YouTube live stream, we're showing you a picture, and if you see from where Jimmy is on the screen, there's a little path, right? That looks beautiful.
Yeah, that's why one time, couple of years back, I used to really into hiking, like from Changsan to Kumjeongsan, like everywhere, Hwangryongsan. And Kumjeongsan was really interesting and fun. A journey for me to actually hike because there is not only trees and those small parks, but they do have a lot of things to see and take a picture of. So I really do have a great memory over Kumjeong Mountain.
Nice. I see. Sorry, J-Limnim. I totally got my Korean getting mixed up. 금정 is not the same thing as 긍정, but they sound so familiar,
I know.
right? I'm just going to call it the positivity
Oh,
mountain.
that's good. That's good. Yeah.
And we have another listener, 철이님, saying, hello, Kimberly and Jimmy. Hello, hello. Welcome to the show. So everyone, we're talking about 금정산. And now, as you mentioned, it's really popular, right? With
Yeah.
a lot of hikers.
Right.
So how many people usually go here?
Honestly, if you go there on weekends,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be packed with like thousands of hikers from all over the other cities, all over the nation.
Because you said it spreads from Busan and Yangsan.
Right.
So you can meet people.
Yeah, and like 금정산 막걸리 is really popular too. So many people actually go for that drink and 파전 right after a long hike.
Yum.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love that. I would love to hike just for the 막걸리 and 파전 at the end. But,
Yeah.
I can also just have that at home.
And it's also home to Kumjong Fortress, and it's actually one of the largest mountain fortress in Korea. So they do have a stone walls and stretch for like kilometers because they used to have that Sung castle.
The castle
And
there.
yeah, walking along them feels like traveling back through like those 사극 era, like centuries of history. Because nowadays, when you just walk around the city, you can feel the city vibe, but it's really hard to find those kind of a historical,
Yeah. That's so true.
things.
So here, it's not just nature, but it's also like a little bit of heritage, a little bit of culture, a little bit
Right.
of history for you.
For sure.
So very nice. So that was our mountain, 금정산. So if you guys have the time and if you're fit enough to go ahead and hike that huge 800 kilometers, go right on ahead.
Yeah.
And Jay Lim Nim says there's also 도토리묵.
Oh, yes. I love 도토리묵. Yeah.
I love it also. I'm getting hungry. So let's move on to our next place here. So you mentioned that maybe there is something that we can see from up here.
Yeah, sure. There is a 만덕 고개 누리길, as I have a 전망 deck. And as I have already mentioned, 금정구, 금정 district, and 만덕 북구 is kind of connected. It's right next to each other. And even also Yangsan as well. So it's somewhat all like connected if you kind of like willing to really walk for a long way. So there is a really great observatory deck where you can actually see the whole viewpoint of the city.
That's beautiful.
And this deck is actually a hidden gem. It actually sits along the 만덕 고개 trail and offers a sweeping panoramic view of Busan from the other side of perspective. Many people loves to go hike all the way to the Hwangryong Mountain. And what I love about Hwangryong Mountain is you can actually see the whole city from like north, south, east, west, like all the way. But when you go here, you can actually see the particular part of the city and the neighborhood itself. So it kind of gives you different vibes.
Wow, that's beautiful. Right now we're showing you a picture of like the city skyline with all the lights up during the afternoon or the evening, I guess, at night. I think that's super beautiful, but I'd be so scared to go down after this.
I know.
You have to be very careful.
I love PD님 like finding these accurate photos for us. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the photo that I would love to show it to the visitors and then people who don't really know about this place. Yeah.
Then you can also get the regular view during the day, also seeing the other mountains and also the apartments and buildings there. It's very nice.
Right.
Ooh. So that is also the deck, so we can see everything there.
Yeah.
It must be very stunning.
Right.
So now let's move on to food, Jimmy. I am hungry. Let's talk about some food. What can we eat?
We covered so many different types of cuisine and food from like 밀면, 냉면, everything. But this time, I kind of want to introduce you guys 물만두. Boiled mandu, boiled dumplings.
물만두?
Do you like it?
I love 물만두.
Me too.
And because 물만두 is like bite size. 한 입에 이렇게
저는 진짜 거짓말 안 하고 운동 안 하면 한 50개 먹을 수 있을 것 같아요.
50 of them? I think I can eat 20.
So that's why I try to control myself. Otherwise, I would just like double,
Oh my goodness.
size of myself.
So delicious. So tell us, what is 물만두?
Yeah, I mean, we call it 물만두, and then which means boiled dumplings, but I would just also like to call it mandu because these days, due to this, K-pop and K-culture, many people actually acknowledge a dumpling as a mandu in Western countries as well. So they are really soft, juicy, and filled with minced pork and tofu, garlic, and vegetables. And they have also other maybe like kimchi mulmandu and other different, types and recipes as well. But I especially love the original one, like gogi mandu.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yum. All this sounds so delicious right now. I love mandu and the fact that it is like bite-sized.
Right.
It's just so easy to eat. And like for me personally, I'm more of I eat mandu for the mandu pi.
Oh, really? Wow, that's interesting.
So the fact like the filling is smaller for it, it's so delicious.
Yeah, and then it's really good that once you dip into that, sauce, especially the soy
간장?
sauce, 간장, and then it just kind of makes, double of the taste.
Yes, we have a message here from Chaesunim saying that the mountain Kumjongsan is also famous for the Kumjongsan makgeolli.
Yeah.
And we have another message here from Churinim saying that acorns, like the totori, it's the food for squirrels, right?
You're right.
So I heard that you're not allowed to collect them from the mountains as you're going up that mountain there.
That's very informative.
Yes. So everyone don't pick up the totori, okay?
I know I wouldn't do that. So yeah, as for mulmandu, like it often in hot broth or with a soy vinegar dipping sauce, as what we have mentioned. It's actually a comfort food, so I think it's really good for kids 간식.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to make and
Or
easy
just
to serve.
Anyone's 간식.
Right, anyone's 간식.
So with that, before you start hearing my stomach grumble, everyone on air, let's take a song break. Here is Sugar by Maroon 5.
I'm hurting, baby. I'm broken down. I need your loving, I need it now. When I'm without you, I'm something weak. You got me begging, I'm on my knees. I wanna be needing your love. I just wanna be deep in your love. And it's killing me when you're away. Oh, baby, 'cause I really don't care where you are. I just wanna be there where you are. And I gotta get one little taste. Your sugar, yes please. Won't you come and put it down on me? I'm right here, 'cause I need little love and little sympathy. Yeah, you show me good loving, make it alright. Need a little sweetness in my life. Your sugar, yes please. Won't you come and put it down on me? Hey, my broken pieces, you pick them up. Don't leave me hanging, come give me some. When I'm without you, I'm so insecure. You are the one thing I'm living for. I wanna be needing your love, I just wanna be deep in your love. And it's killing me when you're away. Oh baby, 'cause I really don't care where you are. I just wanna be there where you are. And I gotta get one little taste. Sugar, yes please. Won't you come and put it down on me? I'm right here, 'cause I need little love and little sympathy. Yeah, you show me good loving, make it alright. Need a little sweetness in my life. Sugar, yes please. Won't you come and put it down on me? Yeah. I want that red velvet, I want that sugar sweet. Don't let nobody touch it unless that somebody's me. I gotta be a man, there ain't no other way. 'Cause girl, you're hotter than a Southern California day. I don't wanna play no games, you don't gotta be afraid. Don't give me all that shine, no makeup on, that's my sugar. Yes please, come
And welcome back, everyone. You listen to Sugar by Maroon 5, and you're listening to Midday Meet, and we're in the middle of our segment of The Real Charm of Busan with Jimmy.
Yay!
So, Jimmy, we talked about 금정산. We talked about 만덕고개 누리 길전 망댁. I
Yeah.
don't know how to say it.
Back.
We also talked about 물만두.
Yeah.
And now we're going to talk about a different thing. Where are we going next? Now?
Yeah, this time I would like to take you guys to Bukgu area. There is one of the largest. I mean, today's concept and the theme is something to introduce about like largest place and largest thing. It's actually one of the largest arboretum in Busan, 화명 수목원.
I see.
Yeah.
So what makes it the largest one here?
It's actually, it covers 200,000 meters, square meters.
Wow.
And it's not just a botanical garden, but it's also an educational space for kindergarteners and even elementary school students. Many educational institutions actually go here for them to learn and, you know, participate in those hands-on experiences. And then just to walk around and then let them know how, like, what color of the flowers are. Yeah, it's very, very good for educational purposes as well.
I love seeing like the 유치원생들 out there, like with their
Holding hands
Yeah,
and
they're
following.
so cute, and
I know.
they have so much fun in these like nature outdoor places.
Yeah.
and to have this arboretum here in Busan also is just so great.
I know you can actually get to see a whole bunch of like different types of plants to like roses, herbs, and yeah, I mean, I love to go to 화명 수목원. Also at the same time, 해운대 수목원 as well. But 해운대 수목원 is kind of new. And some parts are still under construction. But 화명 수목원 is one of the largest, and then it has pretty much a long history behind it. So yeah, compared to 해운대 수목원 as well. So it's really a great place for us to, you know, just go for a walk and smell of that beautiful, you know, gardenings.
It looks like it because we have a picture here on our YouTube live stream, and you can see that the trees, like the branches, it covers, you know, the sun, so you can walk in some shade also.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice even for this weather, but also you must stay hydrated. I would rather go in the fall.
True. I mean, these days, kids are really into going to indoor gyms
Yeah.
and kids cafes. But I think, yeah, visiting 화명 수목원 for family would be really nice for them
Nice.
to, you know, just go out there, walk around under the sun and check out those different types of plants would be very educative.
Very good. And here is a map for you all on our YouTube live stream so that you can see what is there.
Yeah.
And with that, let's quickly move on to our festival and events.
Yeah. Today's festival, I mean, it has been actually going on for months. It actually started in May in Subyeon Millak Gongwon area. It's actually called the 2025 Millak Munhak Camping, Millak Culture Camping Festival.
Oh.
Yeah, so this festival runs from May to October at Millak Waterside Park near 광안리. 수변공원이죠. And picture rows of tents and set up the waterfront, and families can, you know, grilling food and, you know, listen to live music in the background and the Gwangan Bridge glowing at night. So it's actually a great festival that I would love to attend myself because we are not actually camping.
Right. We always say
Yeah,
that.
I'm not a camping person myself, but you can actually get to have that a vibe of it. Yeah.
So it's kind of like camping, but still you're in the city. So it's still what we like to do.
Yeah.
It's up our alley.
Right.
Oh, so very nice. So that looks very interesting. I love how they're changing this Millak Gongwon into like something else and keep adding like different types of events, right?
know.
So it's really nice for all the people who are living here or even for tourists that come.
Sure. So it actually blends the nature, food, and culture. Even if you don't get to like bring your, you know, lunchbox or anything like that, you can just easily order it online. Or that area is surrounded with like raw fish restaurants and cafes and ice cream shops and etc. So it's actually a great for you know, lovers and family members to just go and hang out there
Nice.
during the daytime.
So why don't you go on and head on over to the Mindak Culture Camping Festival, everyone. So the Mindak Munwa Camping from, again, until October, you said?
Yeah, until October. It
Wow.
started from May. So that's actually the real charm of Busan, hanging
right.
around, looking at the Gwangan Bridge and feel the breeze and the vibe. Yeah, everything all at once.
Nice. Well, that is all the time that we have for today, unfortunately. But as Jimmy brings us something new every week, Busan really never runs out of surprises, right? There's so
Never.
many different places for us to go and, explore.
For sure.
So again, thank you so much, Jimmy. If you're listening, go ahead and make sure that you explore all of these places. And Jimmy, I can't wait for what you're going to bring us next week.
Ooh, yeah, I'm also excited myself.
So thank you again, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah, have a good one and see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And everyone, that is the end of our first hour. I'll be back at 1 p.m. after this song. Here is All the Girls You Loved Before by Taylor Swift.
When you think of all the late nights, lame fights over the phone. Wake up in the morning with someone but feeling alone. A heart is drawn around your name in someone's handwriting, not mine. Or sneaking out into town, holding hands, just killing time. Your past and mine are parallel lines, stars all aligned, and they intertwined. And taught you the way you call me baby, treat me like a lady. All that I can say is, all of the girls you loved before made you the one I've fallen for. Every dead end street led you straight to me. Now you're all I need. I'm so thankful for all of the girls you loved before. But I love you more when I think of all the makeup, fake love out on the town. Crying in the bathroom for some dude whose name I cannot remember now. Secret jokes all alone, no one's home, 16 and wild. Or breaking up, making up, leave without saying goodbye. And just know that it's everything that made me. Now I call you baby, it's why you're so amazing. All of the girls you loved before made you the one I've fallen for. Every dead end street led you straight to me. Now you're all I need. I'm so thankful for all of the girls you loved before. But I love you more. Your mother brought you up loyal and kind. Teenage love taught you there's good in goodbye. Every woman that you knew brought you here. I wanna teach you how forever feels. Like the girls you loved before made you the one I've fallen for. Every dead end street led you straight to me. Now you're all I need. I'm so thankful for all of the girls you loved before. But I love you more.
The time is now 1 o'clock.
And welcome back, everyone. That was Spirit in the Sky by Norman Greenbaum. It's a timeless classic that always brings a sense of uplift and energy. There's something about that fuzzy guitar sound and that fuzzy guitar riff and those soaring vocals that just makes you want to tap your foot and sing along. It's one of those songs that crosses generations from your parents to your kids and still manages to feel fresh every time you hear it. So whether you are commuting in the car, taking a walk, or just enjoying a quiet moment, this track has a way of lifting your spirits and adding a little bit of joy to your day. So hello everyone, we're live in the studio in Busan this Tuesday afternoon. Welcome to Midday Mate. You're listening to us on BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Kijang, Cheongwan, and Noksan areas. And I am your host, Kimberly. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday everyone. If you're just joining in for the first time, thank you for joining in. And if you've been here since hour number 1, thank you even more. And now it's time for our number 2. We'll have today's quote, a moment to pause during your busy day to reflect on a thought-provoking quote. And then after that, we'll have Bitesized banter, where Andrew and I just go back and forth and banter and chit-chat about a different topic every day. Followed by Don't Make a Scene, where we learn real-life English expressions through movies and drama scenes. And then lastly, we'll have Love is a Science, where we explore the dynamics of relationships through data, uncovering the science behind love. And now, our question of the day and text topic, and here we have you ever seen an office villain at work? Describe them, and again, don't tell me their name. 요즘 회사에서 빌런을 본 적 있나요? 이름 말고 특징만 알려주세요. So here we have an answer here from Clean and Cleanim. Hello, hello. Saying, when I worked at a company 5 years ago, this, I can say the name because I feel like we have many of these. Director Kim, or also as we called, Kim 부장님, was a villain. When we went to lunch together at the company, he never paid. 부장님 never paid? What? Isn't it like that the higher level, director should be paying for the meals if you go out together as a company? Company people. So, oh no, I'm so sorry that happened to you, Clean and Cleaning. So what happened? Did you guys have to all Dutch pay, or was it just somebody paid for the whole meal? Oh, but shouldn't it be the company card that paying for the lunch if you go out together? That's so sad. Oh no. I'm sure it was very expensive too. Maybe not. Let me know. But thank you for your answer, Clean and Clean Name. Again, so our question for today is, have you seen or do you work with an office villain at work? Go ahead and describe them. What makes them an office villain? What do they do? So go ahead. Maybe there is also someone who avoids responsibilities at work, someone who micromanages every little task, or someone who always just complains nonstop, and you're like, oh, please stop talking to me. I cannot handle your complaining again today. The office villain. Let me know what type of office villain you have at work. And again, don't tell me any names, but describe them. Go ahead and send in your answers by texting in pound 9050 or shop 9050. That'll cost you 101. Or send a message on Kakao Talk. You can search BEFM or 부산영어방송. Add us as a friend and send in your messages. Or another way is our smartphone app. So do the same thing in your app store. Look for the same thing, BEFM or 부산영어방송. And then you can listen to our programs there. And now, everyone, I'll be right back with today's quote after the song. Here is Little Lies by Fleetwood Mac.
If I could turn the page in time, then I'd rearrange just a day or two. Close my eyes.
That was Little Lies by Fleetwood Mac. And now it's time for today's quote. And today's quote is something that I've definitely learned in the past. And it is, the best revenge is massive success. The best revenge is massive success. 최고의 복수는 엄청난 성공입니다. It's simple yet powerful advice. Instead of wasting time and energy on resentment, use it as motivation instead to excel. Take a look at the world around us. In recent years, we've seen countless examples of people and communities turning setbacks into extraordinary success. Consider the entrepreneurs who emerged during the pandemic. While many were forced to close businesses or pause their plans because of it, others adapted with remarkable creativity. Virtual fitness platforms, online learning tools, and home delivery services not only survived, but they thrived, sometimes even surpassing their pre-pandemic expectations. They didn't spend time complaining about obstacles. Instead, they transformed it into an opportunity. Even in politics, right? In social movements, we see this principle in action. Activists and communities facing opposition, discrimination, or even widespread skepticism have often achieved progress by focusing on solutions rather than retaliation. Their success doesn't just serve themselves, it shifts the narrative and inspires others. In a more personal sense, this idea also applies to our daily lives. Whether it's a colleague who doubted you, a friend who betrayed your trust, or even a critic online, the most satisfying response isn't confrontation. It isn't to fight them. It's doing your best and achieving something meaningful instead. Success becomes your statement, louder and more persuasive than any argument or insult. So say that they're coming after you, instead of fighting back, show them what's up and get better. So the next time someone tries to discourage you, remember this. The true measure of triumph isn't in arguments or revenge. It's in your own accomplishments. And while we may have explored this quote before, revisiting it today feels fresh because the world keeps giving us new examples of people turning challenges into remarkable success. So in short, instead of plotting your revenge or dwelling on the past, focus on your growth, your goals, and your achievements instead, and let your success speak for itself. So for me, if I were to take this on a personal twist, I've definitely had moments in my own life where this quote felt really real to me. So when I was younger, I sometimes, a lot of the times, wasted a lot of energy proving people wrong with words. So say that they're like, oh, Kimberly, you can't do this. Kimberly, you can't do that. It's not good enough for this. And then I'd be like fighting them back with my words and arguing with them. But as I got older, I realized actions really do speak louder than words. For example, there were times when people doubted whether I could handle certain challenges, right? But instead of arguing, I poured myself into doing the work well. For example, I remember when my cousin was like, oh yeah, Kimberly, you're too soft in order to do this. You need to have thicker skin in order to do X, Y, and Z. And I was like, at that time, I remember I argued against her. I was like, how do you know? You don't know me. I can do this. I can stand up for myself. But instead of doing that, I should have just spent my time into working on myself to become tougher. Looking back, those achievements ended up being more rewarding than anything I could have said in the moment. So instead of always fighting back, instead of arguing with them, I should have just found my own success, and that spoke 10 times louder, 100 times louder than actually fighting back to them. What also stands out to me is how success changes your perspective on negativity itself. Once you accomplish something that you're proud of, the sting of doubt or criticism, that all fades away. It goes away so quickly. Almost like it loses its power because you can show them that you were successful. You don't even feel the need to fight back anymore because your growth, that's proof enough. That's the quiet strength behind this quote today. It shifts your focus from others instead to yourself, on growing yourself. And that's where the most lasting satisfaction comes from. So instead of fighting others and trying to get revenge, work on yourself and become a better you. So again, today's quote is, the best revenge is massive success. 최고의 복수는 엄청난 성공입니다. And that was today's quote, everyone. And with that, let's take a song break. Here is That's Not How This Works by Charlie Puth featuring Dan and Shay.
Thought the day you disappeared that it was over. Didn't even hear you leaving. Saw you with someone and thought that it was closure. But you still tell me that you need me. Baby, why? Tell me why? Can't you just make up your mind? Quit messing with my head. You can't say you hate me, then call me when you're hurt. Baby, you know that's not how this works. No, that's not how this works. You can't walk away, then come back to what we were. Baby, you know that's not how this works. No, that's not how this works. No, 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 no. Ooh, no, 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 no. Baby, that's not how this works. No, that's not how this works. Oh.
Stop reminding me of when we said forever. I know exactly what you're doing. Oh, when you say you need to drop off all my sweaters, it's just one of your excuses. Baby, why? Tell me why? Can't you just make up your mind?
Quit messing with my head.
You can't say you hate me, then call me when you're hurt. Baby, you know that's not how this works. No, that's not how this works. You can't walk away, then come back to where we were. Baby, you know that's not how this works. No, that's not how this works. No, don't say that you're in love with me. Yeah.
Cause I know it's not what you mean.
You can't say you hate me, then call me when you're hurt. Baby, you know that's not how this works. No, that's not how this works.
Baby, can't walk away, then come back to what we were. Baby, you know that's not how this works. That's not how this works. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Baby, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. No, 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 no. Baby, that's not how this works.
And welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Midday Meet, and now it's time for Bitesized Banter with my mate, Andrew.
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on in the world, people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
I was just trying to follow along.
Yeah, I know. Just trying to get everyone pumped up today.
Yes.
You know, what's new? Anything new?
No.
Nah, yeah, same with me. You know,
Yeah.
Even when I see people I haven't seen for like 6 months, I mean, I see you all the time, but like somebody after like 6 months, like, oh, hey, what's new? I'm like, I look at my shoes. Were they new? Maybe this shirt. No, I got a hair. No, not
Everything's
much.
the same.
Yeah, boring.
Yeah. But we're living life.
Yeah, that's one thing is that I've learned that times when you think maybe you have a boring life, that might be a life that somebody else would really want.
Exactly.
So, just be thankful for what you have.
Oh, I love it. So motivational today.
Whoa, settle down.
Oh.
I'm going to write a book.
I like it.
All right. Well, on that note, we get to today's question. And this is one that I think will apply to everyone. And maybe we can, alter the question as we go a little bit. But it involves our cell phones or mobile devices. This could be a tablet or something like that as well.
Yeah.
So what's the last thing you still try to do when your phone is at 1% battery?
So everyone, 휴대폰 배터리가 1%일 때 그래도 포기 못하는 마지막 행동은 무엇인가요?
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. We only have 1% left.
Yeah, I don't even think, because I need a new phone so bad. I don't even think my phone gets to 1%.
Oh, it just turns off at like 10.
I don't even know. Like it's like counting down. Like, all right, I got like 15. How did it get to 9? It's 4, and then my screen goes pretty much dark. I got to be in a dark room to be able to see it.
Oh.
And then like if I was lying in bed, I could see it. But if I'm just in a normal room, I'm like, what is that? I can't even get like the brightness bar up here because I can't see it. So yeah, and then it just goes off.
Oh man. So does this happen to you often though?
You know, just happened to me like 2 days ago.
Oh really?
But, you know, I roll with it now. I don't even care as much as I used to. But I also, because my phone is a bit older, not it is a bit older, it's a lot old, but I've had the battery replaced on it like probably halfway through its life. That's probably the only reason I still have this phone. Oh. Because I had an issue with my screen and that part was under warranty or something. But the thing is with that phone, the battery and the screen are kind of like one piece.
Ah.
So like to replace one, you replace the other kind of
Both,
thing.
yeah.
So when they did it, they're like, oh, we replaced your battery as well. And I was like, oh, geez, how much? They're like, no, nothing.
Oh.
And I did. It wasn't like an insurance thing I had, but it was just like they're like, oh, this must have been. It had to have been an issue that they had.
Yeah.
So they just replaced it if it came to it. So I think because of that, it's definitely extended the life of my phone. Because if not, there's no way I'd still have it.
How long did you have your phone for again?
It is in the the S series number 21.
Ah, so that's not that bad.
It's like
4
almost 5 years.
5
Yeah,
years? That's okay.
4.5 years. Yeah.
My husband's phone's from 2020. But his back, it doesn't stay on anymore, so
Yeah.
you always see the battery now.
There you go.
Well,
But it's
anyhow.
like I'm in the process of getting a new one. But you know, I always carry like a little power bank with me.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Like one of the ones you see most people have now is like the 5,000 milliamp because of, you know, the things that have happened on planes.
Yeah.
You can't really take those big batteries with you anymore. Because I have like a couple of bricks that are like 30 or 20. But the smaller ones just popped it on and I'll charge that overnight as well.
Oh.
And just keep it in my bag. But yeah, so I'm a little more aware of my battery situation. But yeah, so I guess long-winded there. But when it does happen, for me, I always try to check my messages.
Ah, yes.
Like, and it's not about anybody else. It's only about Napidi.
Ah,
Yeah, making sure that he's checking in on me. No, I'm just
Really?
kidding. No, it's to make sure that if I needed any message or information from my wife, usually like, oh, a schedule has changed or something like that. But other than that, you know, it's.
I think that's the same for me too. But not to check for my schedule, but more so to let my husband know, especially if we're not together.
Oh yeah.
To let him know, like, hey, I have 1% battery. I have nothing left.
Yeah.
I won't be able to contact you in however long I can charge my phone.
Yeah.
Then I'll let him know that. And besides that, I don't really think I do anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Depending on where I am.
I have some friends who are like, they're very, it really bothers them. Like if their battery's under like 30%, it's like they're having issues.
Panic mode?
Yeah. And I'm just like, why?
30% is a lot still.
Yeah, but not if you're like someone who's like, they're playing games or walking around. You know, you're sitting on the subway and traveling somewhere. But I mean, it's just like, why? What's like, who cares?
Exactly.
Like, is it that big of a deal? Like, unless you're waiting for like information from a date or something like that.
Or if you're in like a foreign country and you can't find your way back to your hotel.
Sure.
Then, of course, I would panic.
Yeah, maybe. But
We're not always on vacation.
no. So, I mean, I don't know. You know, some people might try to, you know, yeah, sure, check a map, check their messages, check their socials, whatever it is. But I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Same here.
I would love more time away from my phone.
More so, though, it's not the last thing that I try to do on my phone, but when I do see it at 1%, I scramble to hurry up and find my charger and then try to put it in before it dies.
Okay.
Because then when it dies, it takes forever to like get back to that 1% to turn on again. And it takes like legit like 5 minutes. Okay. Now I sound like I'm...
Whoa, everybody.
It feels like it's more than 5 minutes.
Fair enough.
So I'm like scrambling, trying to put it in. And then whenever I'm trying to scramble it, like the charger doesn't go in the hole right away. But that's what I try to do. I don't really try to do anything last on my phone.
Yeah, it's really funny. I don't know. When did you arrive in Korea?
2013.
So smartphones were already a thing.
Yes.
All right. So you would have had maybe a couple of smartphones by that time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, she said that with confidence.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
No.
Those people that were still on the Sky, the Scion, whatever they were, flip phones are just going, oh my gosh.
Flip phones were all about college days.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. So I arrived here in 06, right? 06. And there was a thing, and Pete and him will definitely remember these times. So, you know, if you're out these days and you, for example, you're at a restaurant, a bars, or whatever you're wherever you're at, and you see, oh, my phone doesn't have a lot of battery, what do?
At a restaurant?
Sure, restaurant, bar, wherever.
I ask them to charge it.
That's a typical thing to do.
Yeah.
Right?
In America, or in Korea at least.
Yeah. In America, some places they just be like, sorry, no.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't want to deal with people. Right? Now, what we used to do here is you could ask a place for a charger, right? And you could plug it in, but chargers were not as universal as they are now. All right? There was like every brand had like maybe a little bit of a different one.
That's true.
And it was very different compared to just your C-type USB or your lightning cable for that brand. So what you would do is, you know, with your early days of your flip phones, any of those kind, your battery was removable, right? So some people would carry like a couple batteries, but you would go to the Pyeongjam and you'd give them your battery and cheonan, and they would have the charger, and it would like these little pins would move across so it would fit perfectly so they could charge any battery. Oh. And it would be like super fast. So you would just go down to the Pyeongjam, whichever one it was, and say, okay, here, give them their battery, pay for it, come back in an hour, and your battery would be like, you know, 70%, almost 80% charged.
Oh.
Yeah. It was hilarious.
What I was thinking was that like I would get my friend's battery and put it in my phone to turn it on too.
Yeah, you definitely could do that.
Do they still charge your batteries like that? Or no, right?
No.
But can they still charge it for you, like your phone? Like if you give them your phone?
I think some places might. I mean, that's just if the person working has a charger, right? But yeah, like that was a big thing. I remember being in Samyeon so many nights and out with friends, and then just disappear and come back there. Where are you? Oh, I took my battery down. But it was a common thing. It was a common thing. PD definitely remembers that for sure.
Oh man.
You know, and it would be, and especially if you know, didn't bring your charger out with you or whatever. And then to find, oh, do you have the same phone? Oh, you could borrow their charger. So that would be like, maybe at 1%, the old me would have been doing. Yeah.
So instead of scrambling for you to just charge your phone, you would go rush to the Pyeongjam.
Yeah, and not every Pyeongjam had one of those machines. But like a lot of them did. But yeah.
Oh, you just took me back to 2006.
There you go.
And hey, look at that. It'll be your 20 years in Korea next year.
Oh, I come and go a little bit. So yeah.
Well, I'll
Since
still
I first
celebrate it.
arrived. Yeah, there we go.
Well, everyone, what's the last thing you still try to do when your phone is at 1%? Do you try to take another picture? Do you look at your map? Do you text somebody? Do you call somebody? Or do you just not care? Let us know your answer. And Andrew, thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And welcome back, everyone. That was our bite-sized banter segment for today. And again, the topic is, what's the last thing you still try to do when your phone is at 1% battery? I have a message here from Benny Neem saying, for me, still chatting a lot or watch some videos when my battery is 1% left. Yes, we try to still continue to do what we were doing before, right? Oh, that battery, 1%, it doesn't mean anything. I'm just going to continue and then boom, the battery is gone. I have another message here from Chae Sung-nim saying, I would check family messages. Yeah, yes. I think messages is the most important, right? Telling someone at least, hey, my phone is about to run out of battery, so I'm not going to be you're not going to be able to reach me for an X amount of time until I find a charger or I'm able to recharge my phone. So don't worry about me. I think that's also really good. So thank you for your answers, everyone. So everyone else, what is the last thing you still try to do when your phone is at 1%? Go ahead and let me know, because maybe we're all different. Maybe you want to take a picture of something really last minute. Maybe you want to play a song one last time before you are totally out of battery. Or maybe you're just like me. You don't do anything, but you just hurry up and go find your phone charger. Let us know. And with that, let's take a song break. Here is Devil by Super Junior.
Hey, hey, Will. Hey, hey.
지금 내가 하려는 말이 좀 이상할지 몰라. 왜인지 넌 좀 어려웠어. 난 늘 쩔쩔매니까 이토록 원하게 되고. Oh baby baby please don't go. 당신 앞에 무릎 꿇는 것도 이 모든 것 너무 자연스러워.
Hey, hey, hey. 한없이 자꾸 애원하게 해. 젠장 잠조차 못 자게 돼. 도대체 감정이 뭔지 모르겠잖아.
난 조금 뜨거워 대박. 한여름 소나기 샤워. 달궈진 온몸을 적셔 온 뒤에. 그리고 또 못 타오게 하지. 널 정말 사랑하기 속은 새빨간 전부의 그늘.
한순간 그날을
맛보게 하고. 그리고 또 못 타오게 하지. 넌 정말 뜨거워.
어느 날 말야 네가 외로울 때 내가 그 눈물 닦아줄게. 부디 허락한다면 별은 운명을 던져 감저리저리 원게 됐어. 온종일 갈구해 포털만 해. 모든 게 몰락울 뿐이야. 어떤 수식으로도 부족한 로맨틱보다 좀 더 복잡한 도대체 이 감정이 뭔지 모르겠잖아.
난 조금 뜨거워 대박. 한여름 소나기 샤워. 달궈진 온몸을 적셔 온 뒤에. 그리고 또 못 타오게 하지. 넌 정말 사랑하기 속은 새빨간 전부의 그늘. 한순간 그날을 맛보게 하고. 그리고 또 못 타오게 하지. 넌 정말 뜨거워.
타오르는 다 적셔오는 맛 보고 싶은 그대야. 들어줘 나는 그냥 다 좋아. 나는 그냥 다 좋아. 네 모든 게 다 좋아. 네 모든 게 다 좋아. 아름다운 너. 난 내 것이 되지.
난 조금 뜨거워 대박. 한여름 소나기 샤워. 달궈진 온몸을 적셔 온 뒤에.
welcome back. You just listened to Devil by Super Junior, and now it's time for Don't Make a Scene, where we learn some real-life English expressions through movies and drama scenes. And this week, we're going to go back to the TV show The Office. So today's quote comes from The Office, a hugely popular American sitcom filmed in a mockumentary style. The show follows the quirky employees of Dunder Mifflin, a mid-sized paper company, and captures their everyday interactions with a mix of awkward humor, heartfelt moments, and satirical takes on office life. So today's episode is from season 7, episode WPHF.com. Michael Scott is in the middle of his famous rambling speeches because, again, it is a mockumentary, so they act like it's a documentary. So one of the workers is there talking. And he starts comparing his coworkers to like playing cards. It's an idea that's a bit confusing and drawn out, but before he assigns the cards, he says, "Point is," to pull himself back on track and highlight what he's really trying to say. So today's expression is point is. Point is. The phrase point is a casual, straightforward way to bring attention to the core message of what you're saying. It's like, hey, here's the bottom line, or this is the main idea. People use it when a conversation has too many details, side stories, or background information. And they want to steer the listener back to what truly matters. So we're talking about XYZ, but we have to say, oh, okay, so the point is, so the main idea is, think of it as a verbal shortcut, right? It signals that you're done explaining, and now you're delivering the key takeaway message here. So let's see how we can use this in real life. We can say something like, hey, point is, we need to work together if we want this event to succeed. Point is, we need to work together if we want this event to succeed. This example shows how the phrase can be used in teamwork situations, right? If people are disagreeing or worrying about small details, saying point is brings everyone back to the most important fact, that collaboration and teamwork and working together is what will make this event a success. So even though we have all these things that are going wrong, point is we need to work together, okay? A second different way to use this expression is, she told me the whole story about her flight delays. Point is, she missed the meeting. So here the phrase acts like a filter. Instead of retelling the whole story with every detail with all of her travel troubles, the speaker uses point is to cut straight to the outcome. What happens at the end? She just wasn't at the meeting. It makes the explanation shorter, clearer, and easier for the listener to process the whole story. So instead of going blah, 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 telling me all these details, you just say point is, she didn't make it to the meeting. Or a third way to use this expression is, point is, you should always double check your work. This version shows how the phrase can be used when giving advice. Say a teacher, a mentor, or a coworker might say it after explaining an example of mistakes. The lesson isn't about the small errors, it's about the bigger takeaway. So what do we learn at the end? Accuracy matters, so double checking is essential. So we have it different ways here. Think about your own conversations. Have you ever caught yourself giving too many background details only to realize your listener was waiting for the main idea? They just don't want you to tell the whole story. Just tell me, what is the point of this story? That's the perfect time to use the phrase from today, point is. It keeps your explanation clear, shows that you value the listener's time, and makes you sound a bit more confident when you're speaking. So, just like Michael Scott used in today's clip, point is to bring his scattered story back on track. You can use it too when you want to summarize your thoughts. It's a simple phrase, but it's a powerful tool for clear, focused communication. So, point is, this means for the overall main idea. So, instead of saying all of my details from today's Don't Make a Scene, I can say, the point is that this expression means, here's the bottom line. With that, everyone, let's take a quick song break before we come back with Love is a Science. Here is Dive by Olivia Dean.
It isn't working. I'm a tidal wave of question marks, and you're just surfing, leaning into me like it's an art. It's so crazy. Diving into you, diving into me. Wanna swim good and I wanna swim deep. I'm diving into you, diving into me. Wanna swim good and I wanna swim deeper. Maybe it's the loving in your eyes. Maybe it's the magic in the wine. Maybe it's the fact that every time I fall, I lose it all. But you got me from my head to my feet, and I'm ready to dive right into. I'm ready to dive right into. Maybe it's the fact that every time I fall, I lose it all. But you got me from my head to my feet, and I'm ready to dive.
And welcome back, everyone. You just listened to Dive by Olivia Dean. And now it's time for Love is a Science, where we explore the dynamics of relationships through data, uncovering the science behind love. So today's topic is the neuroscience of heartbreak. What happens in your brain after a breakup? Oh no, have you been there before? Have you ever wondered, oh, why am I like this after a breakup? But there is something that is happening in your brain to prove it. So, heartbreak, right, everyone? Almost everyone has felt it at some point, but did you know that when love ends, your brain actually goes through something pretty intense changes? And it's true. That sinking feeling in your chest isn't just in your head. It's how your brain is reacting to loss. So, when someone we care about leaves, our brain responds in a similar way to physical pain. That's why breakups can literally feel painful. At the same time, the feel-good chemicals in your brain drop, which is why hobbies you usually enjoy might suddenly feel boring or uninteresting. Here's something interesting here. Your brain can get a little addicted to love. Looking at a photo of an ex can trigger the same reward centers in your brain that light up for chocolate, music, or other things that you love. So, when you keep thinking about someone you've lost, it's not just nostalgia. It's your brain craving that reward. The good news here, though, is that your brain, it's super flexible. Over time, it adjusts and the intensity of the heartbreak fades. Simple things like taking walks, trying new hobbies, or hanging out with supportive friends actually help your brain recover faster. So even small moments of mindfulness, like taking a few deep breaths or paying attention to the present, can calm the emotional pain. So after a breakup, stop looking at your ex's picture. Instead, go out and do something. So, if you're going through a breakup, remember, you're not weak and you're not overreacting, okay? Your brain is literally working through a big emotional event. So, every step you take to take care of yourself, whether it's a short walk, chatting with a friend, eating something delicious, or starting a new hobby, that's all helping your brain heal and getting you ready for happiness again. So don't go and mope around because it's going to be harder for your brain to get better. Go out and do something fun. In the end, heartbreak, yeah, it's tough, but it's also temporary. Your brain is amazing and it will help you recover, grow stronger, and maybe even love better the next time. So that was the science behind our love for today. The neuroscience of heartbreak. What's happening in our brains? And with that, everyone, I hope you're not going through a breakup, but if you are, go ahead and take a walk outside, have something good to eat, and feel happy again. Now let's take another song break. Here is Easy on Me by Adele.
There ain't no gold
I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning in this silence, baby. Let me in. Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me. There ain't no room for things to change when we are both so deeply stuck in our ways. You can't deny how hard I've tried. I changed who I was to put you both first, but now I give up. Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. Had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me. I had good intentions and the highest hopes, but I know right now that probably doesn't even show. Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, I didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me.
Welcome back. You just listened to Easy on Me by Adele. And now we're almost at the end of the show, everyone, but let me ask you one final time our question of the day and text topic. It is, have you ever seen an office villain at work? Go ahead and describe them. 요즘 회사에서 빌런을 본 적 있나요? 이름 말고 특징만 알려주세요. I had a message earlier in the show from Master Kitten님, hello, saying there are many types of villains out there. If there are no spectators, saboteurs, and destroyers, doubt if I am a villain. But yes, if there are no spectators, if there's no one watching, there are so many different types of office villains out there. We need to watch out. But again, hopefully we learned a thing or two on how to handle these office villains and be a little bit cordial with them, be a little bit nicer and show them to the light, right? So everyone, thank you so much for joining me on the show. It was so good to be back, but it is time to wrap it up. I've been your host, Kimberly, and here is our last song, On the Floor by Jennifer Lopez featuring Pitbull. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful and marvelous Tuesday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
J-Lo, ya tú sabes, no hay más nada.
It's a new generation
Mr. Worldwide,
of party people.
get on the floor, darling, get on. Red one.
Let me introduce you to my party people in the club.
I'm loose, and everybody knows I I get off the train. Baby, it's the truth, the truth. I'm like Inception, I play with your brains, so don't sleep or snooze, snooze. I don't play no games, so don't get it confused, no. Cause you will lose, yeah. Now pump it up and back it up like a Tonka truck. Darling.
If you go hard, you gotta get on the floor. If you're a party freak, then step on the floor. If you're an animal, then tear up the floor. Break the sweat on the floor, yeah, we work on the floor. Don't stop, keep it moving, put your drinks up. Pick your body up and drop it on the floor. Let the rhythm change your world on the floor. You know we're running tonight on the floor. Brazil, Morocco, London to Ibiza, straight to LA, New York, Vegas to Africa. Dance the night away, live your life and stay young on the floor. Dance the night away, grab somebody, drink a little more.
Así mismo, así me gusta, así me gusta, así me gusta.
Tonight we gon' be it on the floor. Tonight we gon' be it on the floor. I know you got it, clap your hands on the floor. And keep on rocking, rock it up on the floor. If you're a criminal, kill it on the floor. Steal it quick on the floor. On the floor. Don't stop, keep it moving, put your drinks up. It's getting ill, it's getting sick on the floor. We never quit, we never rest on the floor. If I ain't wrong, we'd probably die on the floor. Brazil, Morocco, London to Ibiza, straight to LA, New York, Vegas to Africa. Dance the night away, live your life and stay young on the floor.
Dale, así me gusta.
Dance the night away, grab somebody, drink a little more.
Así me gusta, así me gusta, así me gusta.
Tonight we gon' be it on the floor. Tonight we gon' be it on the floor. Tonight we gon' be it on the floor. Tonight we gon' be it on the floor.
Donkey donk, it's like a trunk full of bass on an old school Chevy. 7 tray donkey donk. All I need is some vodka and some and watch a chico get donkey. Baby, if you ready for things to get heavy, I get on the floor and act a fool if you let me. Lolly, don't believe me, just bet me. My name ain't Keith, but I see the way you sweat me. L.A., Miami, New York, say no more, get on the floor.
Dance the night away, live your life and stay young on the floor. Dance the night away, grab somebody, drink a little more. Tonight we gon' be it on the floor. Tonight we gon' be it on the floor.
perder, encontrar.